Gentlemen, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're trying to decipher if a woman is interested in you? It's like trying to read a book in a language you don't understand. But fear not. Today, we're going to explore 11 subtle gestures that might indicate she's secretly into you. And we'll do it through the lens of Stoicism, because who better to guide us through the complexities of human behavior than the ancient philosophers? Before we dive in, let's set the stage. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. When it comes to relationships, this means observing without attachment, understanding without assumption, and acting with integrity. So, as we explore these signs, remember, they're indicators, not guarantees. 1. She initiates contact. Let's be honest. Most guys spend way too much time overthinking that one text. You know the one. Hey, how's your day going? You sit there wondering, is this just friendly or something more? Now, here's the thing. When a woman likes you, she won't always say it outright. But she will look for small ways to get into your world. If she's reaching out first, sending memes, checking in randomly, or asking your opinion on something minor, she's not just bored. She's making an effort to stay on your radar. According to Stoic thinking, we're not here to control others, but we can observe patterns without attachment. So if you notice her consistently initiating contact, take that as a soft signal. She could text anyone, but she's choosing you. It's subtle, it's low risk for her, and it gives her a chance to see how you respond. Think of it as her way of saying, I'm opening the door, but I'm not walking all the way in unless you meet me halfway. So don't be the guy who leaves her on read for 3 hours just to look cool. Respond like a Stoic, calm, present, but aware. Because contact isn't random, it's often intentional. And if she's making the first move, even if it's small, it's probably not by accident. 2. She remembers the little things. Ever mentioned your favorite candy once in passing, and a week later she surprises you with it? That's not coincidence, that's attention. When a woman remembers the small things, it's a huge sign that she's tuned into you. Most people forget what you say 5 minutes after you say it. But when she stores that info like it's a treasure map, it means you matter. Maybe you told her you had a big meeting coming up and she checks in to see how it went. Or she brings up something you said 2 conversations ago that even you forgot about. That's not just good memory, that's emotional investment. From a Stoic lens, paying attention is a form of care. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." And if her thoughts often include you, well, that's pretty telling. Women don't usually waste time remembering things about men they don't care about. So when she recalls the name of your dog, your favorite band, or the weird way you like your coffee, that's her way of saying, you matter enough for me to remember. It's not about grand gestures, it's the tiny details that scream interest. So next time she brings up something small you mentioned ages ago, don't brush it off. Smile, and remember, she's not just listening, she's feeling. 3. She mirrors your movements. Picture this. You're sitting at a coffee shop with her, and every time you shift in your seat, she does too. You lean in, she leans in. You take a sip, she takes a sip. Sounds like a weird TikTok trend, but it's actually a psychological clue. Mirroring. When someone is emotionally connected to you, they often unconsciously start to match your body language. It's one of those subtle signs that flies under the radar unless you're paying attention. From a Stoic point of view, mirroring is a kind of harmony. It's not forced, not fake, just natural alignment. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." When she's mirroring you, she's not just listening, she's syncing with you. Now, it's not like you should suddenly start flapping your arms to see if she copies. But notice the subtle stuff. Is her tone matching yours? Is she nodding when you speak, adopting your pace, your expressions? That kind of body language reveals comfort and interest. It's her way of saying, "I feel connected to you," without actually saying it. Think of mirroring like emotional echoing. She doesn't want to dominate the space. She wants to reflect the vibe you're putting out. And that only happens when she's truly engaged. So next time you're with her, watch closely. Her body might be speaking louder than her words ever will. 4. She finds reasons to be near. Have you ever noticed how she just happens to show up where you are? Like, you're at the gym at 7 a.m. and suddenly she's on the treadmill next to you. Or maybe you mention you're going to a party and boom, she's there too, acting all surprised. Let's be real, this is not a coincidence. This is calculated cuteness. Women who like you often look for opportunities to share space with you. And it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Maybe she volunteers to work on the same project, or she randomly joins your group during lunch. Stoicism teaches us not to assume, but to observe. And repeated presence, that's worth observing. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If her thoughts are about you, her actions will start reflecting that. When a woman wants to be around you, she'll find creative ways to close the distance. You'll start thinking, "Man, she sure pops up everywhere." And guess what? That's the point. Being around you allows her to learn about you without putting herself too far out there. It's like a soft audition. She wants to see how you act, how you treat people, how you react. And more importantly, she wants you to notice her. So if her schedule seems to magically sync with yours, don't chalk it up to fate. Chances are she's creating opportunities. And that's a sign. 5. She engages in playful teasing. You ever have that moment when she jokes about how long it takes you to get ready or pokes fun at your obsession with your favorite sports team? But instead of feeling insulted, you find yourself smiling. That's playful teasing, my friend. And it's not just humor, it's connection. When a woman teases you in a light-hearted, flirty way, she's testing the waters. It's a way to break the ice, create chemistry, and see how you handle the banter. Stoicism teaches us to remain unfazed by external things, including jokes. But it also teaches us to appreciate human connection and to meet energy with presence. If she's teasing you, she's not doing it to tear you down. She's doing it to pull you in. It's her way of saying, "I feel comfortable enough to play with you." And believe it or not, it's a vulnerable move, because she's hoping you'll tease back, that you'll pick up the rhythm and match her energy. This kind of dynamic is playful, yes, but it also builds intimacy. It's like verbal sparring, only nobody gets hurt. So when she gives you that sly smile after calling you grandpa for sleeping early, don't get defensive. Smile, lean in, and throw a playful jab right back. That back and forth, that's not just banter. That's chemistry in disguise. And if she's choosing you to joke with, chances are she's also choosing you for something more. 6. She compliments you in subtle ways. We all know when someone blurts out, "You look hot today." It's kind of obvious. But when a woman really likes you, her compliments tend to be a little more nuanced. She might say things like, "You always know the right thing to say," or "I feel really comfortable around you." She's not just talking about your looks, she's complimenting your vibe, your presence, your mind. That's the stuff that means something. Stoicism tells us that character is more important than appearances. So when she notices and praises things like your discipline, your humor, your calm under pressure, that's a big sign she's been paying close attention. And it's not just flattery. Women rarely hand out compliments to guys they're not feeling. It's like giving a little nudge, a whisper of admiration, just to see how you react. Maybe she says your laugh is contagious or your ideas are smart. These subtle nods are her way of building you up, without throwing herself at you. It's classy, low risk and highly effective. So don't overlook those low-key compliments. That "you're so easy to talk to" could mean "I enjoy talking to you more than you realize." And that, my friend, is worth noticing. 7. She gets a little jealous, but tries to hide it. Ever mention another girl in conversation, and suddenly she goes a little quiet or changes the subject? Maybe she tosses out a sarcastic, "Oh, she sounds fun," with a weird smile. That's not nothing. That's low-key jealousy making a guest appearance. When a woman likes you, even if she's trying to play it cool, she can't help but feel a tiny sting when she thinks she's got competition. And it's not always dramatic. She's not going to flip a table or confront you, but she might ask, "So, who was that girl you were with?" with fake curiosity. Stoicism teaches us to master our emotions, but recognizing the emotions of others, that's part of wisdom too. If she's reacting, subtly or otherwise, to the presence of other women in your life, it means she sees value in you and doesn't want to lose that attention. It's a compliment disguised as casual interest. Of course, don't manipulate her emotions. This isn't about playing games, but do recognize it for what it is. A woman who doesn't care at all won't react. But a woman who secretly likes you, she'll notice every name, every story, every photo, and try to pretend she doesn't care. That little flicker of jealousy, that's a sign. 8. She laughs at your jokes, even the bad ones. You crack a joke that barely lands, and she's laughing like you just did stand-up on Netflix. Coincidence? Not likely. When a woman is into you, she'll find you funnier than you probably are. And it's not because your dad jokes suddenly became gold, it's because she's enjoying you. Humor is deeply emotional, and when someone likes you, your energy makes things 10 times more entertaining. From a Stoic view, humor isn't about approval, it's about connection. Marcus Aurelius never wrote a knock-knock joke, but he did say, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." And part of wrestling through life is sharing joy, even the silly kind. So when she laughs at your dumb puns or giggles at your awkward story, she's not just reacting to the words, she's reacting to you. She wants to create a light, positive vibe around you. Laughing at your jokes is her way of affirming that she enjoys your company and wants to keep it going. So even if your joke is more cringy than clever, if she's still laughing, pay attention. Her laughter could be saying something her words aren't. 9. She tries to impress you. Suddenly she's talking about the book she's reading, her fitness goals, or how she just learned to cook Thai food from scratch. She's not bragging, she's broadcasting. And guess who the station is for? You. When a woman likes you, she'll naturally start showing you the best version of herself. She wants you to see her value, her talents, her passions. It's not vanity, it's strategy. Stoicism teaches us to act with purpose and focus on what's within our control. She's doing just that. She can't control how you feel, but she can show you who she is. And if she's putting in effort to highlight her growth, achievements, or style when you're around, that's intentional. Maybe she suddenly mentions how she ran 5 miles that morning or that she got promoted. She's not fishing for compliments, she's hoping you'll take notice. It's a soft kind of pursuit. She's not saying, "Pick me," but she is saying, "Hey, I bring something to the table." If you catch her casually dropping wins into conversation or stepping up her look when you're around, know that she's trying to make an impression. And that's a powerful gesture of interest. 10. She opens up about personal things. Out of nowhere, she starts telling you about her family, her fears, her dreams, or that one embarrassing thing that happened in high school. That's not small talk, that's trust. And trust is a currency not given out lightly. When a woman begins to open up, she's saying, "I feel safe with you." That's a huge deal. Stoic wisdom says to be a fortress of calm in a chaotic world. If she's turning to you as that fortress, you're not just another guy in the room, you're someone she's emotionally invested in. This kind of sharing creates intimacy, and it's not something women do with people they don't like. She's allowing herself to be seen, and that's scary. It means she hopes you'll understand her, connect with her, maybe even protect that vulnerability. If you notice her going from surface-level chats to deeper conversations, that's a green flag. She wants you in her world, and not just the highlight reel. She wants you to see the real her. And if she's doing that, it's because she wants to know the real you too. 11. She finds ways to touch you. Casually. You're both laughing and she lightly taps your arm. You're sitting next to her and her knee brushes yours, and she doesn't move it. You hand her something, and her fingers linger a second too long. These small, subtle touches might seem innocent, but in the world of body language, they're big signs. Touch is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication. Stoics valued restraint, but they also understood that closeness, when respectful, has meaning. If a woman is finding excuses to be physically near you, within your space, even brushing up against you, it's rarely by accident. She's building comfort, connection, chemistry. And here's the kicker. Casual touch is risky for her. It's a way of saying, I trust you, and I want to be closer, without using words. It's a soft test. Will you pull away, or will you match her energy? So if she's always finding ways to get just a little closer, or those accidental touches happen more than once, take notice. She may not say it out loud, but her body might already be telling you everything you need to know. So there you have it. 11 secret gestures a woman shows when she's into you, wrapped in subtlety and a little stoic wisdom. These signs won't scream at you. They whisper. But if you pay attention, stay calm, and keep your inner world solid, you'll spot them. And remember, real connection doesn't come from chasing or performing. It comes from showing up as your best, grounded self, and watching who's drawn to that light. If you found this helpful, stay tuned. Because when it comes to love, the Stoics knew more than just philosophy. They understood people.